Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Market Minute with Mattie. I am your host, Mattie Horchler, a livestock agent based out of Mercer County. Here in this segment, we will take some time to debrief about weekly reports as well as give you some insights into the current markets. The live weight sales and market numbers in this episode are from the beginning of March. All weekly reports referenced in this article will be linked in the show notes below or can be found on the USDA's Market News website. Well, we're going to dive right into the PA cattle market based off of the PA Weekly Cattle Auction Summary USDA report for February 23rd through March 1st. The total number of cattle sold in that week was 4,627 head, which is up from last year's number by about 261 head. We're going to jump right into the numbers here. So steers weighing from 1,216 pounds to 1,830 pounds were averaging about $190 to $225 per hundredweight. Heifers weighing between 1,190 pounds to 1,832 pounds were going for anywhere between $184 to $214 per hundredweight. Heavier cows weighing between 1,004 pounds to 1,805 pounds were going between $131 to $155 per hundredweight. Skinny cows weighing between 798 pounds and 1,395 pounds were going anywhere from $113 to $157 per hundredweight. Bulls weighing between 1,005 pounds and 2,390 pounds were being sold anywhere from $169 to $205 per hundredweight. Nationally, prices on live cattle for all grades have seen a $3.23 decrease from last week and a $14.97 increase from last year. The average price for live cattle of all grades was $200.83 per hundredweight. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange projects that national live cattle prices will change little in the next 3 months. However, we might see a slight decrease once we get into August. Dressed cattle of all grades have seen a decrease from last week and an increase from last year, with the prices dropping from last week about $5.02 and are up $27.92 from last year. The price for dressed cattle of all grades was $322.11 per hundredweight. According to the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, feeder cattle in March will go for around $276 per hundredweight, and it is projected to slightly increase as we head into April and May. Now let's look at the weekly report for sheep and goats. This information is found by using the USDA's report of the New Holland sheep and goat auction, which essentially serves as the weekly report of Pennsylvania. Sheep and goat numbers were steady this week with 4,657 head, which is up by 1,025 head from last year. It appears that most markets sold steadily in comparison to last week, except for slaughter bucks and slaughter nannies / does, which were marked as weaker. Lambs weighing from 80 to 98 pounds brought $330 to $337 per hundredweight. Lambs weighing from 100 to 114 pounds brought $280 to $300 per hundredweight, with the heavier lambs bringing a little bit less. Hair breeds weighing 50 to 77 pounds are going for $300 to $425 per hundredweight. Ewes weight ranges 155 to 195 pounds are going for $225 to $300 per hundredweight. Kids, does, and bucks weighing from 40 to 69 pounds are going for $110 to $295 per hundredweight. Kids, does, and bucks weighing from 70 to 89 pounds are going for $280 to $345 per hundredweight. Goat, wether kids, 50 to 89 pounds are going for $280 to $385 per hundredweight. According to the National Sheep Summary, slaughter lambs over 110 pounds were $10 to $20 higher than last week, but lambs under 110 pounds were $10 to $30 lower than last week's prices. However, slaughter ewes prices held steady. I'm also going to give a quick update on the New Holland numbers for swine. 208 pigs were reported through the auction barn, which is down from last year's numbers, about 129 head. In comparison to last week, this week's prices for barrows and gilts decreased, whereas sows and boars held steady. According to the USDA report, buyer demand was good for the number of hogs brought through this past week. Barrows and gilts weighing from 43 to 48 pounds brought about $55 per hundredweight. Barrows and gilts weighing from 140 to 285 pounds brought about $40 to $75 per hundredweight. Nationally, numbers for direct hogs plant delivered live price is anywhere from $57.75 to $71.95. However, Carcass base price was charted as anywhere between $86 to $93. Well, folks, that's all I have for you this week. All information can be found on the USDA Market News website, as well as linked below in the show notes. As always, please reach out to your local Penn State Extension livestock educator or head over to our website at extension.psu.edu for more information. Thank you for joining me for this month's installment of the Market Minute with Mattie. Stay tuned for the next episode on April 9th.